Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Stories. We have a very sensitive topic to share with you today. It's about the emotions and the feelings of real estate agents and mortgage professionals. Yep, I'm getting the nod. Welcome, Michelle.
Welcome.
Yeah, so I came across a post on Facebook the other day, and totally by coincidence, Michelle and I were talking about this exact topic.
Yeah.
And I think that what most people don't realize, they just don't understand the amount of energy that goes into a client in good faith
hmm
between the time that we make that first connection to hopefully the very end when they've sold or they get keys. And similar, it's very similar with mortgage professionals. So, Michelle, I just want to take a minute here, and I want to uh, read a piece of this post. And any of you guys watching this, if you want to see the whole post, just let me know. I'll email it to you.
It's a
Or if
great.
you go to the Robert Greenblatt team page, it's on there. So I'm going to read through this real quick. I know for most of us, it isn't about the money, and most buyers don't realize those months of work and time away from our families were for free. It's more about the time, effort, energy, and love you put in only to have it stripped away. This is referring to when a client just disappears and ghosts us, and you not get to be there when they close and to do what you truly love, which is getting families into homes. This is the ultimate why in our business and the satisfaction that keeps us going day in and day out. And when that is taken from you, it hurts. It hurts so bad sometimes, it devastates you to the core. For that pain you have felt over and over, I am so sorry. Buyers, please be considerate of your real estate and mortgage professionals. We love you and we care about you, and we put so much time and energy into helping you reach your home ownership goals. It's why we do what we do day in and day out. However, it's also completely at zero pay if you don't close with us. That time and energy is wasted and we can't get it back. We can't get those long hours and nights away from kids, family, and loved ones back. So please, 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 for the love of everything good in this world, be considerate of those who are working for you. Ask the right questions before making random decisions. Experience matters. Give the professionals the same respect they gave you for all those months while helping you. The author goes on to write, to all of you who have been affected by this message, I'm so sorry. They know not what they do. Just know you are loved and appreciated. Keep serving and leading with your heart. The good ones, they always keep us coming back. Sincerely, your friend in real estate.
It's a great
So
post. What a
it
great
is a
post.
it is a great
Mhm.
post. Um, there's a lot more to that post. Like there's another like the first half of it, but I think like there's so many elements there. Like we could probably speak for hours about it, and we won't. Don't worry, guys. Uh, but I think that it starts with the fact that I think that a lot of the public doesn't even realize that we don't get paid until you get your house.
Exactly.
We literally or sell your house. So we are spending a ton of time, our own money, and servicing you in good faith as a buyer or a seller, uh, with the intention that at some point we will close. And when we close, we get a paycheck. Yeah. And I think this, one of the big things that this author was saying is what hurts, and it does. I know people don't think real estate agents have emotions and have hearts, if we're going to stereotype, but we do. When we put a lot of time and energy and true caring into the service that we're providing, and then for some reason on a whim or with no thought behind it, you just shift gears as a buyer or seller and go a totally different
Mhm.
direction. uh, of course it hurts financially, but it also really hurts emotionally. It really hurts. And you know ghosting is a bad thing. At least let someone know why you're not choosing to work with them anymore. Sometimes you're not the right fit, right? As an agent,
Happens.
it happens, right? I mean, sometimes you work with a client. Like it's interesting when I start working with a new client, if through the conversation I discover that they had a previous relationship with a real estate agent,
Mm.
I always ask them, well, what happened?
Why? Yeah,
Why are you talking to me?
sure.
Like literally,
Yeah.
why? I want to know why, for multiple reasons. I want to know, did that agent not do something that they needed? So like, that's when I have an expectation conversation. I want
Hmm.
to make sure, but I also kind of want to get an insight into their personality. Like maybe that agent just wasn't responsive. We hear that a lot,
Yeah.
right? So that's a communication thing, and I think that that's a problem in society. I think
And
like
it's also
totally,
so much easier to ghost now
yeah.
with,
And then just to disappear, it's tough, man. Like I can tell you that on our team, we take that really seriously. We give it our all. You and I were just reviewing. You're getting ready for a listing appointment, and you wanted to kind of review the market analysis to get another set of eyes on
yeah,
everything, right? So we always want to, and you did that because you want to make sure that you're like 1,000% prepared and confident in your research. And that's why we're a team, right?
yeah,
That's why and that happens with Mason a lot too. Like we will go over all that kind of stuff or scenarios, all the details. I have a client I talk about again, like, well, here's an upside. I'll give you a whole upside story. We didn't even talk about this. So I have a client that I helped years ago buy a house, and then ultimately I helped them sell a house. And then this goes like this was several years ago. And then they reached out to me earlier this year, said, hey, we want to buy a house again. We're tired of renting.
hmm,
And they came clean without me even asking. They said they had tried to buy a house a few months earlier with someone, and they're like, I don't know what we were thinking. We're so sorry. It didn't work out, and that person was not you,
yeah,
and it's nothing you did. Like, and that's usually like it's nothing. They said it wasn't you, and obviously they didn't buy one. It didn't work out, and they were frustrated with maybe just the style of how that agent conducted themselves. We're all different. Look, you're going to be different than me,
yeah,
right? We're going to
yeah,
have different styles in how we handle our clients, um, under the umbrella of being a professional, communicative real estate agent. But they were like, I don't know what, but the point is, like, I didn't hold a grudge against them, but they were like, I don't even know what we were thinking, and we just happened to call someone and that kind of thing. And this is like years of a relationship. I send them mailings and random texts here and there, and it still happened that way. And of course, it still stung.
Georgia.
It still stung. The upside was I was happy that they came back to me, right? And interestingly, we were getting ready recently to go look at a particular property, and they were kind of excited about it. And I'll spare you the details, but basically, I had to reach out to them and say, "Look, the financing you're using isn't going to work for this house,
Hmm.
so I don't want you to waste your time looking at it because it's just not going to work." And their response was, "That's why we're working with you."
Okay.
I'm like, "Thank you. I'm 100% on board, but that's extra work that goes on in servicing you
Yeah.
as a buyer or a seller." And there's so much, it's not television.
No, yes,
Yeah, let me just begin.
no,
It's not
it's
what you
not.
see on TV,
No,
guys. It's not.
no.
So I don't know. Do you want to add anything to this, Michelle? Because this is a tough topic.
Like we say, it's very emotional, and what we have to do as people so we don't get that, you stay in that negative town. Like, we've spoken about this before. I mean, you get a lead, let's just say, and you're trying to nurture this lead, and how many times you nurture this lead, and you reach out and you text and you call and you email and you do a song and a dance, and they're still ghosting you. And we've talked about this, that they have a life. So maybe at the moment it was important, but now it's not
Mhm.
important to them.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing. You just look, like you said, it hurts all of us, but we have to stay out of that negative headspace,
Hmm.
and move on in a sense of do what you do with your nurturing of your clients. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Does
Yeah,
it work out?
nurturing is a really big piece of what we do,
Yeah.
texting, calling,
Yeah.
we don't harass people, but we do follow up. But I think it hurts more once we engage with a client and start putting our energy into it. And if they disappear for no reason that we can explain, that's painful.
It is.
We literally work on 100% commission,
Correct.
right? So the only thing that we have in this world is time, right? And you can never ever get that back. So we do everything in such good faith. So that article or that little piece from Facebook, guys, if you're watching this and you're thinking of buying or selling, or you have, I think it just comes down to just respecting people in general. Just
Yeah.
always be respectful of other people's time. I think those of us that work in an industry like this are very, very sensitive to that. I will always follow up if I'm getting a quote from a contractor for work on my house, or I'm shopping for a car, or whatever it is. Even if I'm not buying that car, I'll let them know that I'm not. I'm not going to let them just keep texting me and just ignoring them. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a sensitive topic for lots of real estate agents. But I think I can't blame the public, because I think the public, number one, doesn't necessarily know how us and the mortgage professionals are compensated.
Right.
And two, I think that as adults in living in this modern day world, that we're getting numb from communication.
Or we are.
And we've gotten so good at, as a society, of just ignoring stuff, because these things are constantly beeping and chiming and dinging, and there's whether just everything, like there's so many apps that are trying to get our attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're just doing more of that when somebody is trying to get our attention.
So here's the upside, right? I don't want to end on a negative note.
Yeah,
so I had a client I helped recently, and we just sold their house, and as often is the case, they already had relocated, so they weren't at closing. They pre-signed everything, and I said, I promise you, I'm going to call you after closing and just kind of recap everything. I'll make sure you get your documents. I'll double check your wire that everything went. So when I reached out to her name's Pat. I reached out to Pat and to give her the recap. Hey, don't forget now, you can cancel your homeowner's insurance, the normal, like I call it housekeeping stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a long relationship. It was probably 6 months, could be more actually, from the first time we met, getting the house ready and all that. And that's often the case, guys, right? We know that. Could be longer. So her and her husband are just lovely people. She said to me on the phone, it was just the other day, she goes, so that's it? We're not going to talk anymore?
It's like a divorce.
Yeah, like she moved to, I think, Maryland or Virginia, not too far, but and I'm like, well, I finished the job you hired me to do.
Yeah.
But we can keep in touch. And I always tell people, keep me in your phone. Any questions real estate related, whether it's for you, a family member, a coworker, just reach out. But don't ask me what to watch on Netflix. I have no idea. Real estate, though, all day long. So
hard.
So at the end of that little piece that I read when I opened this, Michelle, it talked about it's the good ones. It said something about it's the good ones that kind of keep us coming back. Yeah. So Pat's one of the good ones in that story. So this is not meant to sound to anyone who's watching this. It's not supposed to sound like everyone's always beating up on us as real estate agents and wasting our time. It's certainly not the issue at all. But when people are rude and disrespectful to us as professionals, of course it hurts. We're freaking human.
We're people,
right? We're human. But the good ones really make it all worth it, and that's why we do what we do.
Our why.
Exactly. And that's what keeps us coming back for more, because unless you've ever done this, it is such an incredible feeling to help somebody buy or sell a home, that they trust in you as a professional, and you get it done and they're happy. And it is just an amazing feeling to be part of that process and excitement in their lives.
I agree.
All right.
Keep it going.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and please place a comment below. We do read the comments. If you're looking for a real estate agent in Southern New Jersey, feel free to reach out to us. The contact information is below. If you are looking for a real estate agent anywhere else in the United States, wherever you are living, reach out to us anyway. We have a very powerful network of like-minded professionals. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.